There's my audio again. I hate that. There we go. Okay, today's episode, we are working on this load function. The role of the load function is to, when a guild gets added, or when the bot rather gets added to a guild, technically it's the guild gets, well, there's an add guild event, but, or a guild created event, but anyways, when the bot starts up, for the first time in a guild, it loads its commands. Is that going to mess up my... Doesn't actually really affect it, that's nice. I don't listen to the Ori soundtrack or Halo again. We'll give it a try. I feel like the Halo one's a little more background noisy. This one's a little more narrative. That's what Halo it is. So this loads up our this loads up our commands, and what we need to change it to do, because right now it iterates over this commands list, which is right here. Iterates over that thing to create all the commands. Now, the commands that we're going to be creating, the commands we're going to be creating are, there are going to be some that aren't hard-coded. That's the whole value proposition, is that you can custom load commands. So, let's write this down. Right now, the bot.load function references the... You just saved your channel? Yes. They also get cross-posted to YouTube. In their entirety. Because why not? Right now, the bot load function references the commands global, which contains the hard-coded definitions of standard commands. YouTube's Glotchimo. I mean, I don't know what the link is, but I think it's also on my Twitch profile or whatever. I don't know. These hard-code definition standard commands with activities / activity variants each guild will also have its own superset of commands. for logging. Activities. Each guild will also have varying standard dynamic commands. Wash my hands. Can't tell if I'm hot or cold right now. Oh, Pog. Thanks. So basically, this guy, perhaps this is going to happen in 2 steps where, like, well, let me do this. Alright, fun practicing your driving. Thanks for stopping by. Don't get in the car crash. Please and thank you. Good. Good. Alright, so dynamic command loading. We basically, in the first stage, we load up standard commands, including dynamic ones. Help load. Second stage, we generate and load guild commands. So I think it's still a decent idea to have this timer here. Well, actually, honestly, at this point, I don't know if it really matters. Oh yeah, because it prints it out. Well, does it need to print it out though? I don't know. Because this is going to be pretty this is going to be a pretty complex situation. So. I might make some utilities too for this stuff, like load rule choices, load weight choices. I guess we just give it a bot. Guild ID. And then we return command option choice. And we can basically just do that. Like that. Save a lot of space. Get all those. I think it also makes sense to have these as different things, as different functions, because who knows how they might change in the future. I'll make the text a little bigger for stream's sake. Play choices. And same thing with rewards. Honestly, yeah, this maybe these could be merged. Like these simple mappables. There's probably a pretty straightforward way to create the create a generic list. A generic list method on the database, but I can get to that later. Reward choices. This context stuff is really ugly, and I do not like it. And I don't even know if I really need it. Like, is it that important? It takes up so much space, and it's like... For what? Plus, I'm already recording the time printing it out to the user and the other thing, so it's like, how big of a deal is it really? Uh-oh. Or did my audio just break? Did my internet just give out? Stream crash? Perhaps? No? Still alive? I have no music in my ears. Something is not right. Here we go. Guess it was just a bug. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, anyways, so we generate our choices and stuff. So we have this stage 1 bit where we are this is going to change how this looks. So we know we want to do this. And we know that if we're on boot, I guess we can keep that. This one is where Things get interesting though, because if we're in reload, I guess now we can just say if we're in reload and the command isn't dynamic, then we can just walk. I could also just add a core flag. Oh yeah, I should do that. So this will be true. Reload will be true. Set should be true. Should be the only thing that we see out of the gate. And then we can just say c.core. It's not core. Okay, and then we inject custom fields. So this guy is going to need some re-instrumentation. And then this is fine because we always want to inject our rules into the discipline commands. I feel like the method for doing this is kind of janky though, but that's okay. I guess it doesn't even need to, like, this can be a reserved field, so if there is a rule choice. Oh, you know what might be interesting is truncate. No, never mind. Maybe we should do like if reward choices is less than 26. Or if the length. This might be a bad idea, but otherwise return an empty one. You know? Because basically we don't want to, like, we can kind of shift that logic out. This is also copy and paste, so it should really be like one function, but well. Maybe commands should have like a. Maybe commands should have validation attached to them. So before they get. Ooh, wait, I gotta write this down. Because that way we don't have to rely on, we don't have to burn calls and rely on the janky, like Discord error reporting. You know, we could just kind of validate on our own. Does that already exist? No, it doesn't. How does this work again? Oh, this will basically just change so that if it's a log, whatever, then we yeah, I don't know what to do here. Okay. Maybe I should do that real quick while it's in my brain. Shoot, I gotta go to the bathroom. Okay, be right back. Alright. Music stopped. How lame. Boom, boom, Let's see. Something weird is going on. What's with this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Custom field injection. So instead of having these cases, I'm going to take this and put it in the default. Default case, we'll say default. Put that down there for now. And then just get rid of all this. Because discipline and promotions will still look the same. Those will still grab their fields from the database. Ooh. Didn't think about that. I wonder if you could go like full. Well, we don't want to go full dynamic. If we go full dynamic, it's just too much of a pain for the user. So, can we? Do we have a database connection here? We don't. So we're gonna need a list of fields. Oh, that's a bad name for that. Okay, we call it name. And then we're basically good. That's kind of what we need to do. And then for the given command, we just need to fetch fields according to whatever this variant is. So we can say variant equals, well, let's see. If the oh wait, no, this is a different step. So we use this like this here, and then we can use it again in the other thing. And the other stuff. Okay, yeah, I know what's going on. I see what's happening here. Face to face with greatness, and it's strange. Don't even know how to feel. Okay. That's about enough of that. One sec. I gotta do. Here we go. Okay. So this loads the conventional, like, standard ones. Oh, I guess we don't have. We need to add like an inject variant fields or something. You know? That does something similar. Because this injects custom fields that are set in the database somewhere. But we need something that basically adds all of the variant stuff to the right ranks. I guess which commands are affected by that? The rank command Write this down. So, affected by variance. Add rank, edit rank, check user, what else? Summarize activity. What else? Oh, the adjustment commands. There is no edit adjustment, so that doesn't make it in there. This eraser kind of sucks. I think there's gotta be another one. Actually, it'd probably make more sense to look here. Not any of these. I think those are the only ones. Oh, delete. So there are 6 commands. Okay. Okay, so yeah, these 6 we need add rank. This one has variance true. Check user has variance. Summarize activity has variance. Add adjustment has variance. And delete. That's variance. Oops. Like that. That is what we're working with. So basically, in load, we'll have to say, like, if... Anyway. Let's load our variance in here. List variance. Whoa. We don't have a method for that yet. That would do it. List variance. I could probably copy this guy, basically. So list variance, table variance. What does that table look like again? Variance. Name guild XP create updated. Whoa, what am I doing? Ah! I lost there for a second. But now I forgot. Name guild XP. That's all I need. So instead of you saying description, you'll say XP and you won't exist. And this needs to also say. Why do I- So we'll list variance. If we see an error in variance, that's probably a reason. These are both reasons to bail. So I'm gonna exit on these because that's like, if you can't do that, then you can't do anything. So we have our variance ready. We can basically just go like that. Award choices is pointless. No one uses this. Maybe someday. So we inject custom fields. Actually, we should add our variance first. No, remember, because this... Okay. Nil variance. Wait, nil fields. Because no variance here. That's not very helpful. No variant fields for standard commands. That's unhelpful too, though, because then we're about to go load variant fields. I don't know. So basically what we need to do is for if the command is well, wait a second. Yeah, if has variance, then we're gonna, I guess this kind of looks different. Well, okay, so what does the variant addition look like for each one? For add rank, it looks like you have a bunch of new fields, 2 for each variant. So maybe we need to add one called inject variant fields, because those are gonna kind of, that's gonna need to switch too, depending on which command it is. Right? Because add rank and edit rank, you get your requirements for the variant itself and the host version, the host count. For checked user, you have total variance. Summarize activity similar. Add adjustment. You just have one thing for each. Yeah, so all of them kind of look different. So yeah. It's probably gonna look kind of similar to this guy, honestly. So I'm just gonna copy it. Say inject variant fields. So first one, add rank. I guess instead of having fields, we need variants here. So this actually kind of translates nicely. Because we'll basically say for each variant, we're gonna add some stuff here. So in this case, we'll say C command options append application command option type is string. The name is variant name. And then the description we gotta pluralize it. So we gotta say like required, you know, events, for example. I'll put the name. And then we'll have another one of these. We'll say required blank hosts. Right? So that's for add rank. For edit rank, I guess we can fall through for that. So we can just say, well, we don't need to fall through because that's not a thing anymore. I guess in this case it's required. Let's do that. That will be false for the edits. Okay, next one is check user. Check user. So for check user, let's see. The way it works right now is we have this week's events and this week's recruitments. So we want this to basically we want one of these for each variant type. Wait a second, no, those are... We don't want to affect the actual options. We want to impact the choices on a certain option. So we're not doing this. We're saying for... Oops. We want to do kind of what we were doing before with... that. So if the name is type, then we want to, I guess we can compose our variance list out here. I really need new glasses, really badly. choice. Right, choices, pen. And we want to say name v dot name or value v dot name, I guess. That's fairly straightforward. What's next? Summarize activity. Oh wait, we want this name. We want this name to be nicer than that. We can do that. So we'll do a similar thing with total activity. Oh, whoops. This should be apostrophized. I don't know if that's a word. Love this song. Okay, so for summarize activity. I guess add field is also impacted by this because we want to be able to add fields to discipline and promotions and all the variants. So add field is also impacted. Summarize activity. Basically just the same thing, except with a slightly different string. So I'm gonna copy this, copy that to that GameStop name. In this case, we want to capitalize this to title. Yeah. Wait, extract version of the copy of the you can case. Oh no, we don't want. We want to. Wait, what? Is that how you do just the first letter? Do I really have to like manually do that? Alright. Well then I'll just use this. Okay, that summarize activity. Add adjustment. This one will be similar. Well, it'll be a lot like add rank, where we're adding options. So, case that adjustment. Oops. I guess it doesn't need to be. It's a Corn King. It need to be required, though other. Actually, no, that makes a lot of sense to not have it be required. Because sometimes you just want to add adjustment of one particular thing and not have to fill out 0 for everything else. So I think that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, add adjustment. That's add adjustment. What's next? Delete. Okay, this one is weird because, or no. I don't actually think it is weird. I think it's just like this one. It's actually very similar aside from the phrasing. It's the same thing aside from the phrasing of the command. Instead of doing a plural, we'll just do a singular, but we still want to count. No, this is for you, Corn King. This is for you and the people. If I streamed what I did for work, I would get fired. Yes. This is Tango, and I do work at a startup, but that I would get fired if I leaked its code. That's not. I can't do that. It's very sensitive. Very sensitive code. I'm kind of in breach of non-disclosure. Yeah, I have a BS in computer science. I didn't get a minor. Minors are basically pointless. So, can't afford what? Can't afford to get a minor, or can't afford to get a degree? Yeah, getting a minor is literally pointless. I mean, I can see maybe it being beneficial in some circumstances, but generally it's just like, just get your major and call it good with that. And yeah, it seems like a waste of money. Yeah, Lean Sardine here can't read, so he didn't go to school at all. He actually dropped out in the 2nd grade. So how do you get productive in school? How did you do it? I mean, I didn't. I wasn't. I mean, I wasn't the best. I wasn't like a grade A student. Got like, I got like decent grades. Like I passed classes, but I wasn't like a straight A student. I think sometimes you just like, I don't know. I don't know if I have good advice on that. I think I just hunkered down and kind of got stuff done that needed to get done. I know I certainly tried a lot of like, you know, study techniques or whatever, but not really. But a lot of what I spent my time on and a lot of what I focused on was just doing side projects, which I guess answers your next question. Because I got into it in high school, and then I loved programming way more than any subject matter. And 99% of what I know is not because of school. It's because of side projects. Now, I still think that school can be beneficial, and I think, unfortunately, having a degree is important to a lot of companies. But I would, like, I paid very little money because I went to a very cheap school, and basically kind of just went and got the paper. I also went to a community college for my first 2 years to save even more money. What side projects? Oh, dude, I mean, I did a lot. I did, here, I can just send my GitHub. Actually, I might not do that. Oh, that's fine. I'll send it to you, Corn. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Sardines right, build whatever you want. Like, if you have an idea for a thing you want to build, build it. I did a bunch of random stuff. I mean, I did like, did some stuff in Python. I made like a little API client wrapper thing. You know, like basically made a web app for it one time. Built a program that turns Google Sheets into unlimited like Google Drive storage by striping file data out into all the cells. I did like, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of the work that I did was for my job. So I got an internship that turned into a full-time role in high school. Well, I got the internship in high school and then it turned into a full-time role in college. But I was doing a lot of work for that. But the point is just like even if you don't have a job, just do projects. Because the best way to learn is to just dive in and do stuff. Like, I'd never built a Discord bot before in my life. I had no idea what the platform looked like, but I just kind of jumped in. And now I feel like really, really competent in kind of how Discord bots work and stuff like that. So, yeah, you just gotta do it. Just gotta dive in the deep end, learn how to swim, build the plane as it flies. Sardine's also a software engineer, so he can attest to the importance of just doing stuff. And it's fun too. I don't know. It's way much more fun than doing like courses and boot camps and all that garbage. It's also way more fun than like watching YouTube videos and stuff. It's just a lot better to like do the actual projects instead of that stuff. Yeah, you do. I think that it's like if you can manage to get school for cheap or free, then thug it out. But yeah, I mean, dude, you're a gamer, so gamers got a game at some point. I still made time for games in school, though. Again, it's just like I just was not a model student, so I was kind of doing I wouldn't say the bare minimum, but I was certainly not excelling in my courses, except for maybe a few of them that I found like particularly interesting or whatever. But yeah. Okay, add field. How does add field work? Okay, so basically it just needs to do the same thing as delete. So we're actually just going to say these. We're going to group these together. So now we can inject the variant fields. And everything else, I think, basically remains the same. We dedupe accordingly. Poor rewards, dude. So neglected. Now we go to the second stage. So, oh, you know what actually might be interesting? Is making like a commands in thing. Because what I can do is instead of creating them in these two passes, oh no, I guess I already tried the bulk creation. I didn't really change anything about the rate limits, so I guess I can just do it like this. It's not saving that many lines of code anyway to split it up, so. Actually, it kind of would. So we're going to say commands in, and then instead of doing this chunk, we'll move this stuff. Yeah. Oh wait, what's that? Oh, it's a... Oh shoot, this is actually gonna get all screwed up. Okay, I actually need to keep it like it was before. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna add a new loop where we basically loop through the variance. How did I meet my girlfriend? I don't know if I'm gonna divulge that much information on stream. Maybe we can talk about it in a Discord party sometime. I'm getting fished right now. Also, Corn, I'm pretty sure I've already told you that. But I did not meet her at college. Let's just say I met her at a community event. Well, see, if you ask everyone and forget, then what's the point of asking at all? I met her in real life. We became close friends before dating. We were friends for like a year. And then we started dating. That's the summary. Okay, so for variance, basically what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to be like, if we're in boot, just skip it. It wasn't immediate. No, it was not immediate. No, it was a long period of time. I think we've kind of both had feelings, you know, early on-ish, but we didn't want to jump straight into a relationship or anything. We were just being friends, kind of building the relationship. And then eventually it was just like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? And started dating. Okay, so if we're in boot, we just move on. Otherwise, we basically want to create a command. I always forget how to set these up. Type. No, we already have the type. The name. We want the name. The name is going to be a formatted thing called log blank using the variant name. How you solve the ongoing crisis of SOR. I don't know if are you calling SOR an ongoing crisis, or are you saying that there is a crisis in SOR? Or are you saying, how am I going to revive Fireteam Crisis? It could go three ways. Help me out. Not sprint line. Log a I guess I should do that in that other phrasing too, but I can just do that. That's kind of a cop-out. This week's... No, it's in... Wait. Oh, I guess no, it's not a problem. How do you solve the orange problem? You don't want to play the clan, only their own. That's a good question. I mean, honestly, I feel like it was more of a preventative thing. I don't think I would have allowed it to happen in the first place. There were some similar sentiments that popped up one time in green, maybe one or two times. And we were very, very swift to shut it down and say, hey, we're not doing that. You know, toxic fire team pride is a bad thing, and we're not going to do it. So we kind of shut down. I think you just have to prevent it from starting. Because once it starts, it's like you basically have a cult of personality that the only way it dies is if you ban everybody or you wait until everyone leaves. And they waited until... Well, they banned somebody and then waited until everybody left, so... You're not toxic with Blue Pride, no. You're... Again, it's the whole, like, we are our own little people and we're not gonna do anything with the clan and, you know, we hate other fire teams and that whole thing. Which, again, it wasn't like, no one was saying that, but it was like, I don't know, it was kind of like that. Exactly. You are Ventorian first. But yeah. And then I think just not allowing certain personalities to, like, gain much influence. It's kind of, you know, it's a political game, but it's, I think that's kind of how it has to be done. But it'll happen. I don't know. Options. So this is, we don't make our options yet. Baichi wasn't able to stop Andromeda and spread it hard. No. No, I think, I mean, Baichi was barely around. I mean, he was around now and then, but he even admits himself, he was, like, he was doing, like, real-life stuff. Which isn't, I mean, that's not good. Like, an FTL shouldn't be doing that, but that's more on even higher leadership for not, potentially addressing that issue. And I don't think Andromeda was necessarily responsible. But I don't know if he did enough to prevent it. And characters like Rivals kind of got to step in. Okay, so we need our base options first. Like host. No, we want user. Name, host, description, host of the activity. Okay, then we need participants and duration. Duration is just a string. And then participants is also a string that gets parsed, especially on the back end. How do you solve the no high tiers and SOR problem? Yeah, that's a really good question. I think that's a big challenge because obviously high tiers can be demanding. I feel like throwing in random clan hoppers is kind of a gamble because they're clan hoppers, you know? They're like their whole thing is jumping around. I think what you have to do instead maybe is kind of develop a culture and develop an offering that's worth it. Because I think if there's no other reason for me as a high-level player to join well, one sec, hold on. I think if I, as a high-level player, have no incentive to join a clan other than the fact that it's a clan that I like, then it's kind of like, nah, you know. But like Valor has the whole arc thing. They have branding. They have like the Ventorian Berserkers. I'm sorry, but that name is dumb. Like no, like that's not. I don't know. It's just kind of like not very cool or exciting. And while I think a lot of the systems in place are good, they're just not marketed very well. I think that's part of what Rivals might have been correct about, in a way, is like the marketing, but he didn't say that. He just marketed his own thing and then tried to take the attention away from the comp team. You think Berserkers is cool, bro? I don't know. I think it's kind of lame. Like Valor Arc? I mean, that's sick. But Ventorian Berserker? Like, it's a whole mouthful, bro. His whole thing was basically a comp team within Orange called Project Omega, and he thought people liked it because it had better ideas, but people liked it because it was marketed as a fresh, new, shiny thing. So it was kind of just naive, but... okay, hold on, I gotta... yeah, like, Valor Arc is sick. Like, and it has clout around it, too. That's the thing, is that, like, it has a lot of, prestige in the community, and I think I love what Arrow's doing, and I think Arrow's doing good stuff, but I think there also needs to be a separation between like normal comp practice and then like an actually exclusive division that's like, these people go hard and we have special offerings for them because they're, you know, cracked or whatever. I actually had some names that I submitted to Arrow when he was looking for new names, and he didn't rock with them. Let me find it. And I'm fine with that, because it's his thing, and they were just suggestions, but... Okay, so... The whole thing with SOR, right, is that it, or like, there's like Shining Retribution and stuff like that. And so I thought, what if it was, one sec. Like, what if it was kind of related to Light? Either Radiance like that or Radiance. Radiance. How do you say it, Aura? What do you mean? I don't know. What would you pick? I don't know. I just think Berserker is like Berserker. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I also think SOR is terrible. I'm not a fan of SOR. I think we need to. I think if we transition to Retribution Corp, that would be way bigger, or like cooler. Ventorian Berserker. I don't know. It's like kind of sucks. Okay, we need to inject custom fields. First, we need to get our fields. List fields. Where is this used? Okay, so this list fields function needs to go by variant. Okay, Valor's bringing in 3 arcs. Yeah. I don't know, SOR is bringing in 3 Radiants. I don't know. It's better than they're bringing in 3 Berserkers. What do you think? What's your idea? No, it doesn't. Berserker? Come on. Berserker. I forgot to put the variant in. Spears, strikers. Bro, that sounds like a youth soccer league. Strikers, spears. I don't know, man. Yeah, what's your next question? How do you solve the problem with raids? Ooh, there's a big question. So, I gotta stretch. So my thing with raids is, first of all, I think maps. We need some. I think we need some. Getting bad high demand. Yeah, we're getting bad high demands. We've got activity, but the thing is number one, I think the maps. I think we need some fresh maps, and I think we need some maps that aren't necessarily to the typical SOR form. Because the whole like obscure, like two obscure jump ups and a big wall thing isn't very, like, I don't know, it's stale. Raid maps could be a lot cooler. So I think that's one thing. Number two is I think the standard for captains and sort of the example that's being demonstrated for what a quote-unquote good captain is completely cooked. I think balancing is a disaster oftentimes, but then on top of that, I think people's attitude just sucks. You know, people should just raid to raid, not to win. But that'll never happen, so, you know. Nobody volunteers captains because sorry, never. Yeah, 100%, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. It's not good. I don't know how I'd solve it, dude. Expectations change slowly. My headphones are running out of batteries. I might have to end stream. Because if I don't have those, we're kind of cooked. And yeah, I agree. I think people just need to quit whining all the time. Alright, you don't have to be so rude. Just kidding. Thanks for coming. Yeah, my headphones are literally like tweaking out as we speak. So, GG, thanks everyone for coming. Bye-bye. See you next time. Pog, pog, you pog, pog.